Hey guys, so I'm doing a Homestead vlog greenhouse review, and you see the oranges are turning, and I look at them every day waiting for that moment. There's about 5 or 6 of them there, I think 6 oranges in there, but I just want to show you how well the greenhouse is doing. We're into fall, November. These are lemons, Myers lemons, and the greenhouse is doing exceptionally great. These are tomato plants in here. They're almost reaching the top of the greenhouse. This is a 16 by 32 greenhouse. And we've got tomatoes growing. Lots of blooms taking place. And over here we have broccoli, onions that are growing. These were planted earlier. So it is November. Usually this is the time to plant onions. I grew these from seeds. The cabbage, I believe this is Dutch cabbage. Tomatoes, broccoli's taken off. All these tomatoes were just random seeds that came up after throwing scraps into the garden. And so I'm not sure the name of them, but this looks kind of like a big beef. This definitely looks like a Roman tomato. Another big beef because it's really viney. Of course, I trim my tomatoes vines, trim the leaves off of it. You have to if you got lots of plants into the greenhouse. It won't be long. We'll be harvesting some broccoli. This is cauliflower over here, and the leaves are humongous. I mean humongous. Just huge. The greenhouse does exceptionally well, so I'm always excited to show the greenhouse. Marigolds, the pollinators come in here, bumblebees. I've seen some honeybees. I've seen, of course, other pollinators. I have to watch the moths, the butterflies come in here. So I kind of watch them to make sure that they're not laying, eggs and getting worms on my cabbage, broccoli, and cauliflower. The cauliflower is starting to fold up. That's wonderful. Haven't seen a head yet, but it's starting to fold up. Over here, we have more broccoli. The bell peppers, I've cut this plant back, and it's still producing. I believe last time I counted, there's about 7 of them on here. I've already harvested some of them. Another tomato plant. So I remember seeing tomatoes down here. I got to check on them. Yeah, so it won't be long. That's a big tomato right there. It won't be long. Potato plants is dying back. This one over here. This is a hot pepper. I chopped it back. It was really high. That's why the string is up here holding it up. But it got aphids on it, and I cut it down. It wasn't worth it to me. It was just starting to produce really super good. And I said, nope, it's got to go. So this is oregano, and it's still producing. I'm making my spices, sweet Williams, aloe vera plant. I still haven't transplanted. This thing is huge. Parsley, pineapples, and this amazes me the most. These are my potatoes from my seed potatoes grown from my garden. And every day I come in here, they're bigger. Every day. Plants grow at nighttime. And so every day I come in here, I watch these plants grow bigger. They are probably, they're going to not long fall over because they're so tall. They're at least a little over about 2.5 feet tall. Fool's You jalapeno peppers are still blooming and producing. Chard. I've cropped on this 2 times. Then we got kale here. Over on this side, more potatoes, onions, bell peppers. And then my garden peas are taken off. They're starting to latch a hold of the cattle panel. This is a hot pepper plant that's still doing very well. And so I didn't cut it back. There was 2 of them on the other side I cut back. This right here, I don't have anything planted. There's an onion coming up. This is where I was gonna put my lettuce, but I've gotten so busy I haven't gotten it in here yet. So we'll see. I have really enjoyed these bell peppers. I love bell peppers. I've made my spices. I've cooked with them. I've also took stuff out of here. This is a chili pepper. I've also took stuff out of here and made 2 big old batches of food. Everything came from the homestead. Not one thing did not come from the grocery store except salt, you know, stuff like that you can't make yourself. Salt, so what else? Everything else came from here on the homestead. I believe that's a Brussels sprout. If you know what it is, send me a text message. Send me a comment. Let me know what you think. I'm not sure what that is either. So we'll see what they come out to be. Pineapples are doing wonderful. Whoops, got my finger in the way. Strawberries. And so, yeah, I took the onions from my raised bed. I had carrots that I had raised up and pulled them up. I had took some of these hot peppers and then I took some bell peppers. And then, see what else did I do? I took some kale. I had some potatoes that I harvested, and so I had some of those still in the refrigerator. And I took some chard. I took some jalapeno peppers. Let's see, what else did I do? And I took some chicken that I processed. So I already had it canned. And I put it into a pot with a little bit of bacon grease and some butter. And it was the bomb. I think that's all I had in there. Cut them up, cut everything up, mix it up, make sure that bacon grease got on there, and a little bit of butter, and just kept chopping things up. It was like a stir fry in a sense, but into a cast iron Dutch oven pot. And oh my gosh, I did that twice, and it was good. Everything came from the greenhouse or came from the raised beds, and of course the chicken I raised up. So you can't beat that. So you can grow your own food, you can harvest your own food, you can produce your own food. All you got to do is take a little bit of time, do a little bit of investment, and the rewards is just super great. Thanks guys for watching. Just want to give you a homestead vlog of the greenhouse on how it's looking into the fall time. See you on to the next video. Don't forget, leave me a comment what you think those plants are. Those 2 I just showed you, what you think they are. I had some other plants down here. I know, matter of fact, there's a couple still here. Nope, these are weeds. This soil here is from some limbs and stuff I pushed up in a big brush pile. And so these beds were filled up. And of course, there's one. Of course, there's, you know, you got to get the grass out and stuff into your raised beds, of course. But this is one I pulled up. I don't know what it was. I started noticing little flowers on top. I thought it was too soon. I thought, well, gosh, I don't want to be growing weeds. So I had no clue. I think I got some still down here I didn't get up. Nope, I pulled them up. But, oh, and that right there is ashes from the wood stove. And so I took and produced this potting soil here. And I limed it. I put some ashes from the wood stove. And what else did I do? I think I put some blood meal and some bone meal in here. And I think that's it. But anyways, just kind of regenerated the soil a little bit. Because even if you raise up your potting soil, you want to make sure that your pH is good. And according to these plants, it's the bomb in here. The pH is really looking wonderful. It won't be long, I believe, these cabbages will be producing ahead.